Rachel Zegler was supposed to believe is just so striking that even the supermodel like Gal Gadot is supposed to be homicidically jealous of her. I mean, we're supposed to completely suspend our disbelief.
Hollywood's a place where dreams ignite and stars are born, but it's also a battlefield where one wrong move can torch a career. So how did Rachel Zegler, a 23-year-old prodigy hailed as the next big thing, go from red carpet darling to the center of Tinseltown's fiercest controversies? Her story's a wild ride of talent, ambition, and a string of scandals that left jaws on the floor. Buckle up, because this is no fairy tale. Imagine being 17, uploading a song to YouTube, and catching the eye of Steven Spielberg himself. That's exactly how Rachel Zegler's journey began. Born in New Jersey to a Colombian mom and Polish dad, she was just a high school kid with a big voice, posting covers and starring in school musicals like Shrek. In 2018, Spielberg put out an open casting call for his West Side Story remake, and Rachel's audition video, belting "I Feel Pretty" in Spanish, stood out among 30,000 hopefuls. She landed the role of María, and when the film hit theaters in 2021, critics couldn't stop raving. Her vocals were electric, her presence magnetic. She snagged a Golden Globe, becoming the youngest winner in her category and the first actress of Colombian descent to take it home. Social media buzzed with fans calling her the future of Hollywood. Industry insiders whispered she'd hit the A-list faster than most. Rachel herself seemed floored, telling interviewers she pinched herself daily, living a dream she'd had since watching Beauty and the Beast on Broadway as a kid. It was the kind of Cinderella story that makes Hollywood feel magical. But even in those golden days, cracks were forming. While Rachel was dazzling audiences, whispers started swirling behind the scenes of West Side Story. Was this bright-eyed newcomer too bold for Hollywood's unwritten rules? Crew members leaked stories, claiming she wasn't just passionate, she was disruptive. Word was Rachel challenged choreographers, arguing over dance moves she felt didn't suit her vision. Some said she pushed back on costume choices, insisting outfits didn't flatter her or fit her take on María. Others hinted she questioned camera angles and even dialogue, bold moves for a rookie working under a legend like Spielberg. The director, known for running calm, collaborative sets, stayed quiet publicly, but insiders claimed he was frustrated. One unconfirmed report even quoted him calling her horrible to work with, a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the industry. Spielberg had mentored stars like Drew Barrymore and Christian Bale, turning them into icons. If he was clashing with Rachel, that was a red flag. Fans brushed it off as typical set drama, too enchanted by her talent to care. But those whispers grew louder when she landed her next big role. In 2021, Disney announced Rachel as the lead in their live-action Snow White, a $270 million remake of the 1937 classic. Not everyone thought she was the fairest of them all. The casting sparked instant backlash. Some fans argued a Latina actress didn't fit the traditionally German princess, whose skin as white as snow was a hallmark of the fairy tale. Online trolls hurled racist jabs claiming Rachel wasn't white enough. She handled it with grace, telling Variety that Snow White was her mom's favorite princess, a rare dark-haired icon she could relate to. But the controversy didn't stop there. Rachel's own words lit a bigger fire. In a 2022 interview at Disney's D23 Expo, she called the original film dated, slamming its love story. "The prince literally stalks her," she said. "Weird, so we didn't do that this time." She teased a Snow White who wasn't dreaming of a prince, but chasing leadership and self-discovery. Fans of the classic felt betrayed, accusing her of trashing a beloved childhood staple. Disney loyalists flooded social media, calling her ungrateful. The uproar wasn't just about a movie anymore. It was personal, and her words would soon make things much worse. Fast forward to August 2024, and Rachel dropped a tweet that turned Disney's dream into a nightmare. After hyping the Snow White trailer at D23, she posted a thank you to fans, then added, "And always remember, free Palestine." The tweet racked up nearly 9 million views, dwarfing her trailer post. Disney execs were floored. The studio, already navigating the film's rocky PR, saw this as a political landmine. Rachel's co-star, Gal Gadot, who plays the evil queen, is a proud Israeli and former IDF soldier who'd posted support for Israel after the October 7, 2023 Hamas attacks. Rumors of tension between the two exploded. Insiders say Disney sent producer Mark Platt to New York to urge Rachel to delete the post, but she refused. The fallout was brutal. Gadot faced death threats, forcing Disney to beef up her security. The studio minimized their joint appearances, and at the Snow White premiere in March 2025, they posed separately, fueling feud rumors. Rachel's later posts, including Fr Donald Trump after his 2024 re-election, pushed Disney to hire a social media guru to vet her content. One tweet had sparked a chain reaction, and the real disaster was still to come. When Snow White hit theaters on March 21, 2025, a $270 million gamble went up in flames. The film tanked, pulling in just $43 million domestically and $87 million globally in its opening weekend. Critics tore it apart, giving it a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes and calling it hollow and visually repellent. Fans hated the woke changes. CGI dwarfs replaced actors with dwarfism. The prince was sidelined, and Snow White was reimagined as a feminist leader plotting to overthrow Godot's queen. Disney had bet on nostalgia like their Beauty and the Beast remake, but this felt like a betrayal. Rachel's performance got some praise. Her vocals were undeniable, but she became the scapegoat. Headlines pinned the flop on her disrespectful comments and political posts. Disney scaled back her press, canceling appearances on SNL and Jimmy Kimmel. Insiders say execs held emergency meetings, stunned by the loss of over $115 million. Rachel's name was in every scathing review, and social media memes mocked her with Minecraft characters toppling princesses. Could she escape the fallout? As the Snow White wreckage burned, one absence spoke louder than any critic. Steven Spielberg's silence. When Hollywood's biggest name stays quiet, it's deafening. Back on West Side Story, Spielberg had championed Rachel publicly, but post-Snow White, he offered no defense. He praised co-star Ariana DeBose, calling her mesmerizing, while Rachel got lukewarm nods at best. Industry watchers replayed old interviews, hunting for clues, forced smiles, clipped words. The horrible to work with rumor resurfaced, with insiders speculating Spielberg regretted casting her. In Hollywood, a mentor's silence can sink you. Spielberg's refusal to comment, even during awards season, felt like a quiet condemnation. Rachel's team stayed mum, but the message was clear. If the industry's king wasn't backing her, who would? Was her career over, or could she rewrite her story? Rachel's stepping away from Hollywood's spotlight, at least for now. After Snow White's crash, she pivoted to theater, starring as Juliet in a Broadway Romeo and Juliet from September 2024 to February 2025. Critics praised her, proving her talent still shines. Next, she's set to play Eva Peron in a West End revival of Evita in summer 2025, a bold move for a 23-year-old. But even this sparked drama. Madonna fans fumed when Rachel didn't mention the pop icon's Golden Globe-winning turn as Evita, with some calling her disrespectful. Still, theater feels like a safe haven, a chance to rebuild. She also dropped a cover of Who I'd Be from Shrek the Musical, a nod to her musical roots. Supporters argue her youth and raw talent, seen in Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds, and Snakes and Spellbound, make her a star worth betting on. But can she outrun her past? Is Rachel Zegler Hollywood's next outcast? Rumors swirl that she's teetering on a blacklist. After clashing with Spielberg and tanking Disney's big bet, insiders say studios are wary. Her IMDb page lists no new films, a stark contrast to her packed 2021-2025 slate. Some whisper execs see her as a liability, fearing her outspokenness could spark more PR nightmares. Jonah Platt, son of Snow White producer Mark Platt, called her narcissistic in a now-deleted post, hinting at industry frustration. Yet others push back, claiming the backlash reeks of misogyny and racism. Journalist Mark Harris called Disney's blame game a hit job, and actress Melissa Barrera praised Rachel's integrity. Her Latina heritage and refusal to stay silent Make her a target, they argue. Hollywood loves a comeback, and at 23, Rachel's got time. A heartfelt apology or a standout indie role could shift the narrative. But she'll need humility and strategy to dodge the industry's silent snub. Her Evita run might be her last shot to prove she's more than a scandal magnet. Rachel Zegler's saga is a Hollywood cautionary tale. One minute, you're the golden girl, handpicked by legends. The next, you're a meme, mocked for a flop you didn't direct. Her talent's undeniable. Those vocals, that screen presence. But in Tinseltown, talent's only half the game. It's about playing nice, reading the room, and knowing when to bite your tongue. Rachel's boldness, whether it's challenging Spielberg or tweeting her truth, made her a lightning rod. Is she a victim of a cutthroat industry, unfairly targeted for her heritage and opinions? Or did her own choices, dismissing a classic, picking fights online, dig her grave? Hollywood thrives on redemption arcs, and Rachel's story isn't over. Will she rise again or fade into obscurity? Drop your thoughts below. What's next for this fallen star? And subscribe, because in Hollywood, the next plot twist is always around the corner.